Call your neighbor. Call your family. Tell them on the 26th of February, we go voting for Labour. Vote for consistency. Vote for good road network. Vote for performance. Vote for ensuring that your tax dollars are spent in your interest. If you listen to my friends on the other side, you would think they're brand new. The PNP would have you believe that they are somehow the guardians.
Reality check, man, from a year device, you know it's a unique one, Aromatic Realistic TV. Anyway, to my viewers and subscribers, without any further ado, I am here to dissect Vanessa Phillips' closing remarks at the debate last night, because you know that she was a PNP and she switched to the Jamaica Labour Party. And in her closing, she make it clear to the Jamaican people that for the last 8 years, you have witnessed and experienced consistent and efficient in dealing with your local governance affair by the Jamaica Labour Party administration. That is what Vanessa Phillips tell the nation last night. Jamaica, for the last 8 years, you have witnessed, yes, and experienced consistent and efficient in dealing with your local governance affair by the Jamaica Labour Party administration. But in life, I learned this from early out, that a pretender cannot pretend all his or her life.
Yo, 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 yo. When the Gideon starts, we are gonna know what took some more we cut and pay dirty remarks. But we don't need them explanation and the hypocrite thoughts. And this is straight from my heart. And me I tell some people step out from the dark and come and play your part. No make the most boop. A reformer representing for Aromatic Realistic TV, yeah, words of power and substance, yeah, like, share and subscribe and follow the movements, straight and plain, no complain, yeah, powers, yeah, elevate, yeah, and get inspired.
A pretender will never pretend. It no matter how long they try to do it discreet and hide it, they cannot pretend all their life. So it was only a matter of time for Vanessa to show her true colors of a full-blown Labourite. So without any further ado, I am going to play a clip of Cliff Hughes, because Cliff Hughes is a bigger Labourite, well established and respect right across the Jamaica Labour Party floor than Vanessa. So I'm going to play a clip now with Cliff Hughes. Take it away.
You look at the state of town centers and you see that the local authorities are not working. They're not working. And they command every year millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. And it is politically well connected, and their associates who benefit. Communities don't. And we engage in this pretense that they are local government authorities. And they're really political feeding trees, troughs. When you look at what's happening in Kingston, the capital city, downtown Kingston. Yes, it's a disgrace in terms of the lack of order and the collection of garbage and the state of the place. Nasty. And we're talking about local government elections.
So Jamaica, that was Cliff Hughes rubbishing everything that she said on the stage last night. Cliff Hughes is a top Labourite, well respected across the Labourite oil. Vanessa is no comparison to Cliff Hughes. She's a hurry come up. And these are Cliff Hughes' words. So let me play back Cliff Hughes once more.
You look at the state of town centers and you see that the local authorities are not working. They're not working. And they command every year millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. And it is politically well connected, and their associates who benefit. Communities don't. And we engage in this pretense that they are local government authorities. Then they're really political feeding trees, troughs. When you look at what's happening in Kingston, the capital city, downtown Kingston. Yes, it's a disgrace in terms of the lack of order and the collection of garbage and the state of the place. Nasty. And we're talking about local government elections.
So okay, Jamaica, that was Cliff Hughes. And Cliff Hughes a top Labourite. So we are going to play Vanessa closing remarks of the debate last night. Take it away.
Please go ahead with your closing statement. Jamaica, for 8 years, you have witnessed and yes, experienced consistency and efficiency in dealing with your local governance affairs by the Jamaica Labour Party's administration. Yes, Jamaica, the JLP has been building for you and for your communities. Whether you're PNP, JLP, no P at all, or you cross the floor like me, all of us can admit that this administration has consistently looked out for the vulnerable among us, increased and significant investment in our infirmaries and in our shelters. Yes, Jamaica, that precious commodity called water. Yes, more communities have access to water than at any other time in our history. When it comes to parks and beaches, Jamaica, let's talk about that. Our performance is unrivaled. Let's talk a little bit more about beaches. The beach there was a beach in Cornwall that was given to the people, Cornwall Beach, that was given to the people by the former late Prime Minister Michael Manley. Yes, Jamaica, it pained my heart to tell you, it was taken away, privatized by the People's National Party. And you know what? The law firm that dealt with that privatization had association to the current president of the People's National Party. Jamaica, call your neighbor, call your family, tell them on the 26th of February, we go voting for Labour. Vote for consistency. Vote for good road network. Vote for performance. Vote for ensuring that your tax dollars are spent in your interest. If you listen to my friends on the other side, you would think they're brand new. The PNP would have you believe that they are somehow the guardians.
Thank you so much. And that.
So okay, Jamaica, that was Vanessa Phillips. And as I said before, a pretender can pretend all they want. But one day, that pretender will show his or her true colors. Because in life, they have this saying, the higher the monkey climb, I'm more exposing ass. So the deeper she go into the Jamaican Labour Party, she's just show that, you understand, it's like, where's your class? Where's the quality that you used to possess? Just forget a little likes. It's like you're walking and trampling all over your dignity, lady. So no matter how discreet you may be, You can't pretend all your life. And you are showing the comrade them. So from day one, you were a Labourite. Anyway, the PNP policy from day one, Michael Joshua Manley, the man who have poor people to him heart, to him bosom, love Jamaican people with everything why him have. Michael Joshua Manley. The PNP policy was people first and always put people first. That's why Joshua tell you, say, anytime you find yourself not serving the people, you must take away yourself because you are there to serve the people. That's what Joshua tell them in the PNP. So it is kind of strange, but not too really strange, you know, to see a lady who is a part of this movement all her life and knowing what this movement stands for, knowing that is a people's first movement, and to see you break away from this movement and then you start hugging up and embrace a movement that oppress poor people and only cater for the 1% of Jamaica, which is the people from the PSOJ, from the higher echelons, the oligarchs. A lady who preach people first all her life, migrate to the Jamaica Labour Party and Andrew Holness administration, who oppress poor people all them life. So you have to ask what they go on here, sir. But anyway, her words, Jamaica for 8 years, you have witness, yes, and experience consistent and efficient in dealing with your local governance affair by the Jamaican Labour Party administration. Now, I am talking to you out there in rural Jamaica, in the inner city, urban, the youth in the ghetto, the garrison, anywhere you are, any nooks and crannies. I want you to look at the infrastructure around you. I'm not talking about highway what they say them building, you know, because remember 90% of we not drive on highway. You know. We only left from we little country and gone a supermarket in the town, and from the town back to church or school and gone back our yard. We don't use highway. So I am not talking about highway. I am talking about the road that you use every day. To go to your bush, to go to your church, to go to your school, to go to your yard. What are the conditions of those roads that you use? Me not talk the road where the investor them a drive up the SUV and them Audi and all of them thing, the Corolla and Crown. I'm talking the road that you use every day to get to and from. What are the conditions of your roads? You have to do that examination of your road and come to your conclusion who you gonna vote for. I want you to look around you and see the garbage collection in your community, in your neck of the wood, and ask, when was the last time the garbage removed? When was the last your gully clean? When was the last time they work on your post office? When was the last time they work on your health center? When was the last time they work on the school, your community center? Because this is what she's saying. Jamaica, for 8 years, you have witnessed, yes, and experienced consistency and efficiency in dealing with our local governance affair by the Jamaican Labour Party administration. So if you look around and you see if you road them, you can't walk on them because you're afraid your foot pop. Garbage pile up in your community, stink, nasty. You know that's a big problem. She goes on and she says, yes, Jamaica, the JLP has building for you and for your community. And she stated that all of us can admit that this administration is consistent looking out for the sufferers. Looking out for the sufferers among you, the underprivileged, the vulnerable, the reject, the sufferer, name it. She said this administration is looking out for the poor, the reject, the underprivileged, the vulnerable, the sufferer, the deplorable. This administration is looking out for us. Right? She said they increase and significant investment in our infirmary and in our shelters. Increased and significant investment in our infirmary and our shelters. Now I want you guys to take to consideration the state and condition of uno hospital them, uno health center. Then gone to the dogs. They are gone to the dogs. And she is telling us about infirmary, which is poorhouse. Poorhouse, where poor people go and have nothing. You are not taking care of the health centers and the hospital. You go take care of poorhouse? Come on, Jamaica. And shelters. That's what she says. She goes on and she talk about water. She said more community have access to water than any other time in our history. More communities have access to water than any other time in our history. Now we know say all 3-4 days, sometime all 2 weeks, water turn off. We don't have no water in our pipe there. Now a local government, me see them a run off and they go someplace and a bitch up some water. No, I'm just saying, a lady, who all of her life practice people first, turn around and supporting an administration that put people last. Something not right here, so. Something not right here, so. Then she move on and she go attack the party leader. Because I notice anytime she get a chance, she try to attack the party leader. And she's going to talk about some beach that he says Michael Manley give to the people. And that beach was privatized and go to a private entity. And the law firm that they use was attached to the leader of the opposition. Now, this lady is using Michael Manley every second she get. Because at the JLP conference, she said the party that Michael Manley left, Michael Manley would roll in her grave now to see this party. So she always trying to hide behind Michael Manley to make her talking point. But your talking point is rubbish. Because if you know what Michael Manley has been through under Siaga and the Jamaica Labour Party, you would never join the Jamaica Labour Party. You would go independent. I said, you know what Michael Manley have to undergo under Edward Siaga and the Jamaica Labour Party. So a real comrade, a real Manleyites would never do that. They would go independent, but not JLP. So what the JLP has done to Michael Manley, and all Michael Manley was doing was make sure that poor people get the best service that they deserve. Look out for them, man. You understand? So you always trying to attack the leader of the opposition by using Michael Manley. So stop hide behind Michael Manley, man. Stop hide behind man. That I would say that is a Jezebel spirit and a Delilah spirit. It's like you are saying all manner of evil about this man. You are trying to tie this man in all kind of corruption for this man to look bad. And when you were there for how many years, you did not have a problem with Mark Golding. And now you left. You start finding all problem and everything to say. It's just like you have a good man, you have a good woman. You know, because I love to use this kind of analogy. You understand? And you and him there for 5 years, you and her there for 10 years. And the moment you decide to split, you hear out say you used to do this and you used to do that. You hear about this, so the house nasty and you dirty and you this and that. Why you never have a problem when you went there the 10 years? Or when you left, you have all kind of problem with the system. You know, she said that a fraud. That a fraud. So I have some question to ask Venetia. And the first one is, are you okay with the Prime Minister of Jamaica take his money from SSL and they defraud over 200 account holder at over 5 billion? Are you okay with that? So it was only the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, received his money out of SSL. Venetia, are you okay with that? I'm just asking you some questions, because since that they did not ask at the debate last night, I'm just asking them now. Venetia, is it okay for the Prime Minister of Jamaica to stand on the floor of the Parliament and tell the Jamaican people that there was underground criminal elements selling plot over Clifton? And he was specific by naming Klansman gang. So at them, they sell the plot them over there. When the Prime Minister know that it was a principal from his constituency who affiliate both with him and the Jamaica Labour Party selling those plots. Venetia, some of these people are ghettos and garrison and low-income people. Are you okay with that? Venetia, are you okay with Christopher Tufton, the health minister, cannot give account for 700 billion? Was supposed to put equipment in our hospital, like toilet tissue, medicine, you know, sheet, name it. Is that okay with you to know that our health system is now next to dog condition, and the party that you support can't give account for 700 billion? Venetia, 1.7 trillion is missing from taxpayers' money under the Andrew Holness-led administration. Venetia, 1.7 trillion of taxpayers' dollars is missing under Andrew Holness administration. Are you okay with that? Remember, you were a lady, you know, who put people first. I'm just asking you if you okay with that. Venetia, the COVID-19 And your prime minister come with the DMRA, the Disaster Risk Management Act, that was created out of the office of the prime minister. Knowing in that time of crisis, when the people of Jamaica hit with something that they don't have no clue about it, their back were against the wall. One of the worst time in our history. Everything closed down, shut down. Tourism closed down. The backside closed down. Cruise ship locked down. Every business sector closed down. So what I tell you, income stagnant, nothing now come in. Me and you know say 95% a week. By the day we go buy the food for them. We wake up this morning, we go buy the egg and the bread, the butter, the cream crackers or the water crackers, the sugar, the plantain or the sardine or the tin mackerel to come make the breakfast and the spot. That's how we do it. Dinner time, we wait on that cash pot. The horse race, pick tree or lucky five. We waiting for those draws. Because we have to run go to the corner shop where they spread the virus, as you say. Go buy the rice, the flour, the chicken back, the little tomato scallion, and run go prepare dinner because we do it on the spot. We live day by day by day. And in the pandemic, when our back is against the wall, we are in our worst situation in the history of Jamaica. And you go in your office and the DMRA, the Disaster Risk Management Act, and you slap poor people with it. So if you break curfew, and why you charge them? From 700,000 for not wearing a mask. Look at this, bro. Prime Minister Holness. See it here? I mask this. 700,000, 600,000, 500,000, 400,000, 450,000, 300,000, 350,000, 150,000. Prime Minister, that's what you charge us for not wearing a mask. This, in the pandemic, when our back were against the wall, resources was scarce coming by. Resources was scarce coming by. Everything shut down. Backside shut down. The business fraternity in Jamaica closed down. Hotel closed down. Cruise ship closed down. And you know that 95% of us are by the day we live. So at this morning, we prepare the breakfast with the little cash pot money or the picture or the lucky five or the horse race. And at the same thing for the lunch. And at the same thing for the dinner. And the spot. We did not have it. We did not have it. You received 750 million to give us in the pandemic. I will repeat. You received 750 million to give to us in the pandemic. For the people from the inner city, urban, rural Jamaica, the ghetto, the garrison, you get the money to give to poor people. You get the money to give to poor people. It was a loan. And you did not give it to the people, Prime Minister. You did not give it to us when our back were against the wall. And no one say no, we need it now. We need it. Because we have nothing coming in. Everything closed down. Every sector closed down in Jamaica. And you know that, Mr. Prime Minister. and you charge us 700,000, 600,000, 500,000, 400,000, 300,000, 200,000, 150,000 for not wearing a mask in the pandemic. Venetia, the people who you represent, they can testify to this because they were the one who were being targeted by the Prime Minister. Them call we sufferer. Are we from the ghetto or the garrison? Are poor people, underprivileged, low income? Are we gonna charge those kinds of money for not wearing a mask? Where was the art, the sympathy, the love, the care? That's the thought of the Jamaican people, Mr. Prime Minister. So I'm asking you, Venetia Phillips, are you okay with the Prime Minister charging low income, the sufferers, the underprivileged, the forgotten youth, 700,000 for your mask? In the pandemic, when we're back, we're against the wall. You abuse the vendors in the market. Your municipal police and your system dog, they treat them like a dog. Just take away them clothes and their food, no regards. You go to White River and you take away the youth them raft and you cut it up. And when you tell we lies, say the youth them a back gun and they rape and all kind of thing. When you know say I destroy, they destroy poor people livelihood. So my question to you, Venetia, are you okay with that? Are you okay with that? So in closing, Jamaica, she says, Jamaica, for 8 long years, you have witnessed, yes, and experienced consistent and efficient in dealing with your local governance affair by the Jamaica Labour Party administration. Yes, Jamaica, the JLP has built for you and for your community. All of us can admit that this administration is consistent looking out for the sufferer, the underprivileged, the low income, the youth from the ghetto, the youth from the garrison, the youth from rural Jamaica. This administration looking out for them, looking out for the sufferer, the underprivileged, the reject, the forgotten youths, the deplorable, the underprivileged among us. We increase and significant investment in our infirmaries and our shelters. More community have access to water than any other time in our history. That's what you stand on that stage last night and tell the nation. What it takes for a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul. What it takes for a man to gain the whole world and lose his or her soul. A lady who they come from a party or a movement who put people first and find herself demoted into a party who oppress the poor and only care about the 1% of Jamaica. My people, tell me what you think in the comment section. Be well, my people. We tell them, say, a God and good road. Follow the movement. Like, share, subscribe. Spread the thing to the globe. Because we have to combat these people. And make the youth them in the ghetto and the garrison know, say, these people are tricksters. A pretender can pretend only for a period of time. But as life journey continue, that pretender will show his or her true colors or their true identity. The higher the monkey climb, I more in left your ass out a door. Be well, my people. Be well. Take sleep and mark that. The people who you serve for years, me just hope them watch you last night and see the message what you sent to them. So the sufferation that they has been through for the past 8 years, you are telling them that they are lying because the Andrew Holness administration has done nothing but good for the past 8 years. Be well, my people. The signature word. To love, man. To love, man. To love. Don't be fooled, my people.